thump out of the area, but Travis Johnston was waiting for it.
Oh, they're on here.
McDonald can go over the top. Mitchell should shut down and does shut down. Charman wants to play on. He didn't know Lewis was there. Hooper might get a free for a slap to the ear. Didn't get it. Bateman, Guerra, Ladson. Now the Hawks have men on. Franklin could go the whole way here from 52. Set sail. Unbelievable. Pure gold.
He just exploded when he got the ball, Lynchy. It's frightening to watch at times, isn't it? He is a very, very rare talent, Lance Franklin. Some good work through the middle, again through the corridor, a chain of hand passes. Franklin had pushed up into space, and he's kicked that from inside the square.
He's kicked that. It was a monster goal, but it was the explosion before, though. Jamie Charman, the centre wing, just tried to do something a little bit fancy with the look-away handball, the handball over the shoulder, and just missed his target, opened up the goal face. Goal.
Never kicked a big bag here at the Gabba. He's kicked 3 and 3 the last 2 times he's been here, last year and the year before.
And Dwayne, Shane Crawford.
And Selwood very tight on Hodge again, where he was at the start of the game.
We're underway in the second half here at the Gabba, and spectacularly Hodge to Guerra. Birchall, Sewell. Held up. Does well to get around Black. Back to Birchall. Franklin in a one-on-one. Uses his hands beautifully.
He's doing that so well. Just gets clear of his opponent. Got the Patfull match up now.
They've all had a crack.
They've all certainly had a crack. I thought Patfull might have been the option early and Merritt to stay back on Roughhead, but there's big rotations. Brennan's had a crack. Merritt's struggling with hamstring. Now Patfull. If you're going to let him take a mark, this is the spot.
Tough kick for the left footer, unless you're a genius. Unless you are a genius. He has 4 for the night.
Goals is where the goals are. It's probably best to have a shot.
Rioli took a step.
Don't tell me.
In your dreams, Cyril Rioli. In your dreams.
He backed himself into a corner, Lynchy. He took a couple of steps sideways thinking about an option. The umpire called play on, forced him into just an instinctive snap over the shoulder. Here's the kick out from Daniel Merritt, and he just misses the target a little bit off the instep, misses McDonald. But he gets called to play on, and just off a couple of steps, the instinctive over the shoulder snap. What a beauty.
He's been the best rookie this year by a mile, yet hasn't been given a NAB Rising Star nomination yet this season. If you can believe that. If you can believe that. If you can believe that. He's been the best rookie this year by a mile, yet hasn't been given a NAB Rising Star nomination yet this season. If you can believe that. If you can believe that. If you can believe that. Riscatelli back to Merritt. Made it tough for him. Franklin corrals him, but he comes to Patfull. Got Selwood short, doesn't want to go there, comes inboard. Stiller seems to be their go-to man at the moment. Merritt, Rioli runs him down, maybe a turnover. Hodge, slap to Roughhead, hand to Sewell, caught, Hodge, Roughhead, Osborne out wide, Rioli inboard if he wants him. Franklin instead, got a hand on it.
Yeah, it had to be a free kick. He wasn't watching the footy, Daniel Merritt. He got caught running back towards goal to chase Franklin, and when the kick was actually a bit of a floater off the boot, you could just see he's got both arms wrapped around him. It was always going to be a free kick, that one.
The man that he's had the most trouble with, Daniel Merritt. Only had 38 goals kicked on him in 22 games last year, Daniel Merritt, but 4 of them were in 20 minutes from Lance Franklin. And Lance Franklin drives it home for his 5th. Hawks back in front. We're about to tick into time on, 3rd term. Lance Franklin has 5 goals for. His best ever 9 against Essendon at the MCG last year. And the ball up. Adcock through traffic, caught by Sewell, dispossessed. Riscatelli gets it from Copeland. Gives it up to Leuenberger, who gives it up to Young. Hawks on the move. Shane Crawford, leading possession getter on the ground to Franklin. Hodge Gets away from Selwood. Toes it off the deck, but it's wide. Good pressure from Selwood. Only a behind, and only just a behind. 91 plays 86. And again, Daniel Merritt's going to be entrusted with the kick in. And again, they're allowing the kick to the pocket.
12 seconds, mate.
So that's where he goes, and this time it's to Selwood.
Thanks, Lloyd. Terrific.
Standard fair.
Play on. Thanks, Troy.
McDonald.
They've been able to switch the ball across, but there's just not the options up the corridor. So once again, they have to go very wide.
Patfull. Couldn't have got much wider. That was on the line as he marked it.
And the Hawks have held their zone here and just pulled it out with Joel Patfull. So in effect, he's kicking into a defensive zone again.
Jonathan Brown with 3 to beat. Got a hand on it, but not the second time. Campbell knocks it down. Notting. Ball thumped out. Ball in.
And he's been thereabouts, Campbell, every time Brown goes for the ball. Still Jonathan Brown struggling just to get his hand on a bit of the ball in this third term.
2 kicks, 6 hand passes for Jonathan Brown.
Sharman v Campbell. Ball thumped down in the Stiller direction. Sherman couldn't break free with it. Riscatelli tries. Can't thread the handball through. Under siege. Williams had him wrapped up.
There are going to be some sore players tomorrow because some of these packs where players have been belting in trying to get the ball out, body on body, it is going to take its toll.
And those 2 players there, Sewell and Black, they've been on the bottom of pretty well every pack that's been going around.
Taylor to Lewis to Sewell to Mitchell. Backtracks, maybe a turnover. Adcock, good bump chance, Bateman. Took him out and took him on. Ellis, now Lewis. Bateman peels off. He's there if he wants him and he hits him. He's got Young out wide. It's all about the kick, as it always is for Young. Centering kick for the pocket. Roughhead's down there over the head. Selwood, Merritt, tough ball. Thumps it towards Johnston. Stolen back by Roughhead. Couple of pass options. Sewell, one of them, hits him from 50. Loads up. Big, long, and beautiful.
Once again, fantastic response by the Hawks. They are a quality side. They're undefeated in this competition for a fair reason. They hang in there, and the Lions have thrown everything at them in this early part of the third term. But once again, they've had the pressure and the tackling ability to once again get multiple shots on goal, and this time was Sewell popped up. Good conversion from 50 metres. He's kicking his first goal. 20 possessions for Sewell.
20 possessions and a goal. Brad Sewell wasn't named by Jonathan Brown and the Victorian selectors in the Victorian team for the Dream Team game. Yes, Jonathan Brown is one of the selectors.
Brownie might get him in after this. 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 Brownie might get him in after this.
Contest right to the final siren. Who makes the most of the opportunities? Who's good enough to kick a couple from tight angles like that?
Lance Franklin has 5 goals, 5. Kick in. Okay, and again they concede the kick to the pocket. They're going to allow him that all night. This time it's Patfull. Sends it long. Hodge back of the pack to Ladson. Central kick, Campbell.
10 metre. Thank you.
Notting called back. Wide ball again. Birchall.
Just need some very good passing to hit a target here. Numbers all over the place for the Lions in the defensive half.
Thumps it long again. Roughhead, got hands on it. Lance Franklin from the pocket. He had a sighter from there moments ago. It's a freak show. He's got 6.